Hey guys and girls, thanks for tuning in. My name is Sober Chef Eric. Tonight we're going to be making a gluten-free vegan lasagna. Oh yeah, it's going to be good. Hang out after this intro and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so let's get started. So all I'm doing right now is I am stewing one head of kale because, you know, everybody does the boring spinach, you know, in veggie lasagnas and stuff. Well, I'm going to make it, you know, it's still going to be a nice little guilty pleasure with plenty of, you know, imitation cheese and all that good stuff. But kale's got some great nutritional benefits. And I'm also going to be using some arugula to give it a little bit of a spice. So, as soon as I get this open, there we go. Actually, I'm going to wait on the arugula, and I'm going to put in 1 package of mushrooms and 1 package of baby bellas. Like I say, I buy them sliced, that way, you know, it's one less thing to cut. And then basically the only thing you're going to have to cut or chop is going to be the kale. Now, while that's working, I'm going to show you what we're going to use as the regatta. I've got 1 package of firm tofu. I put it in this handy dandy little cloth. I squeezed as much of the moisture out of it as I could. Now, using this, we're going to mash it up, and this is going to become our quote-unquote ricotta cheese. So let me put you in on that. So what we're going to add to that to kind of give it some cheesiness is we're going to add 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast flakes. Now what that's going to do is it's going to give it some nuttiness, and it's also going to kind of help it mimic the cheese. And then 1/2 tablespoon salt, 1/2 tablespoon cracked black pepper. And if you watch my channel very much, you know that, well, I like spicy. So, you know, we're going to get some pepperiness from the arugula, but 1/2 tablespoon crushed red pepper. And I am simmering down the kale in 1 cup of veggie broth. And you know me, for my veggie broth, I love using the Better Than Bouillon roasted garlic. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. And also what I'm doing right now is I'm soaking the lasagna sheets. And basically what that does is you don't have to cook them, you're just kind of rehydrating them. So I'm going to flip them. Am I going to smack it, flip it, and rub it down? Oh no! Alright, back to the ricotta. So as you notice, I'm using a tool that has so many different purposes. Besides mashing potatoes, use it in guacamole, use it in anything, you know, you're grilling up some meat substitutes or whatever. Alright, so that's ready to go. So now we're going to come back. It's kind of hard to do this. There we go. I don't know if you can see that steam coming up. That's a great sign. And that's about centered. So that's looking nice and colorful. Now if you want to use the marinara I made in a previous cooking tutorial, you can. But since I'm trying to make this as fast and quick and easy as I can, I'm going to be using a mixture of the Muir Glen the roasted garlic tomato sauce, and the Italian herb. Alright, looks like it's about ready. Most of that veggie broth is cooked down. Now I'm going to add in a whole package. Of baby arugula, because I just love this stuff. I love the pepperiness. I like the kind of earthiness it has. So now we're going to wilt this down a little bit, and then we're going to start constructing our lasagna. So once this cooked down a little bit, I'll be right back. Don't leave. Alrighty guys and girls, I'm back. Yep. So I've got my old 9x13 OXO, or maybe it's a Pyrex one, I'm not sure. But I put just a little bit of the tomato sauce down. I put some fresh basil leaves from my basil plant on there. And now we're going to start building the lasagna. Now there's 12 sheets in this particular package of lasagna. And since I'm making gluten free, I'm using, how do you say that? Tinkyada? I don't know. But all it's made out of is brown rice flour and water. So we're going to start, and yep, we're just going to use our hands. We're going to start with our ricotta that has been seasoned. My favorite cheese substitute, Diaya. Now I got 2 packages because I like it nice and cheesy. And I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. Now this is a little too hot to spread with the old fingers. But I'm going to use about 1/3 of the mixture. Actually, make that about half the mixture, because we're basically only be doing 2 layers with the stuffing, and then add another layer of the cheese. So since I started out with the roasted garlic, I'm going to move on to the Italian herb. And personally, I like my lasagna a little saucier than some people. And the reason I soak these is you don't have to technically cook them. Basically, you're just rehydrating them. And this was the only option I found for gluten-free in my particular Kroger. Like I say, 12 sheets. So it's going to come out just right. And man, wish you guys could smell this. It just smells wonderful. Alright, 1 package of cheese down, 1 to go. And because the rice noodles are a little more expensive, you know, as opposed to being, you know, a couple dollars for a pack, it's $3.99. But, you know, if somebody in your family has celiac, then, you know, spending an extra $2 on the pasta as opposed to, you know, I don't know how much an EpiPen costs or an emergency room visit costs, but I would definitely think that that's less. So, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake this from 30 to 45 minutes at 350 degrees. I'm not sure exactly how long, because I've never made this particular lasagna. I've just conceptualized it. And I want to make sure that everything's nice and melty. Yep, that's right, melty. And as you can tell, it's going to be cheesy-rific. So yeah, so I use just about 1.5 cups, or 1.5 bottles, sorry, of marinara. Whoa. Holy streaking. Well, that's alright. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's one thing you learn in recovery. Progress, not perfection. Now we're going to put the remaining cheese on there. And man, this will feed 4 with some leftovers quite easily. Ooh, sorry about that. That was my little side table. So I'm going to get this bad boy in the oven and we'll be back in when it's done. Oh yeah, 45 minutes ended up being just perfect. Check out that bad mamma jamma. Alright, we'll be back for the wonderful taste test. See you in a minute. Alrighty guys, moment of truth. Here we go. Oh. Well, for my first time using brown rice lasagna noodles, I think it came out pretty darn good. That ricotta came out really good. And yeah, super tasty. Not too herbaceous, but I do like substituting the kale and the arugula. I think it's a nice touch. So give it a try guys and let me know what you think. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Just let me know why so I can improve. And if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and check out my channel and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And remember, life's too short to eat bad food.